Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 6 of Dog Eat Dog.
Oh yeah, we're creeping up on 2 digits.
You're getting there.
Dog.
We thought we were just gonna be every once in a while, but we're doing it more than we thought. Doing more than we thought. You know,
improvising.
Believe it. Con,
jazz hands.
Trust me, Con will be back eventually. He'll be back eventually.
Yeah.
But for now, we got another good show. Again, my name's Dave. He is Matt, and we got a good show for you lined up tonight. Part 2 of the Who's Better At game. Well, now Matt is in the hot seat. That's a little bit later, so stay tuned for that. But first, Matt, what you got?
So, Dave, I want to talk to you about a topic I thought would be really interesting to cover.
Okay.
One that's could be near dear to your heart and mine and Colin's.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight, we're going to discuss coaching.
Okay.
And in particular, we're going to talk about old school coaching versus new school coaching.
Nice.
So when I say old school coaching,
Yeah.
what does that invoke for you?
When I think of someone says, "Oh, like I'm old school,"
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to coaching, I think very strict, very domineering, like my way or the highway, borderline abusive,
Yeah.
legitimately, like borderline, or if not fully out abusive.
Yeah.
Coaching. You know, not really concerned about player safety. Not really concerned about
Morals or ethics or
kind of as far as like treating your players a certain way.
Yeah.
Like then that like literally just win the game. Right.
Yeah.
And whenever you can justify any behavior that you want by saying, "Oh, it's coaching, it's good for them," right? Like you're teaching a lesson kind of thing.
Yeah. To me it's like, coaching, when you say old school coaching, the first thing that comes to my mind is just like coaching using the tool of fear and intimidation.
Okay.
Right. And not even just like physical, right? The people would grab somebody with a face mask and some of that stuff, but just more so they talk about psychological safety a lot when we talk about new school on things to look out for. And so when I throw out somebody's psychological safety, what is that? What comes to mind when I say that to you? As a former athlete and player and coach.
Psychological safety.
Like invading on somebody's psychological safety.
You know what's funny about this? Like, I have answers for this.
Yeah.
But I worry that my answers, like literally, what I think about, like if I want to say like honestly what I think when you say that is people watching you like, "Oh, these guys are just soft and these guys are weak and these guys are just, back in my day, it was real coaches and real players and blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
It's funny because like it's that, even that mindset is like, it's almost ironic because like you're asking about psychological safety. I feel like I can't answer the question because like of the repercussions of around this whole idea of coaching, right? Which is, it's just ironically like what psychological safety is like literally is speaking towards, right? Being able to like express what you're feeling and thinking, and like being in a spot where I can make mistakes, I can learn, I can grow and develop in a safe environment, essentially.
Yeah. And it's funny, like, so, I mean, coaching obviously is leadership. It's management, but its core principle, it's leadership. But I think what people forget about coaching, and me and you just went to a USA basketball clinic, which I thought was phenomenal.
Check out the shirt, the swag.
Look at it.
USA Basketball Coaching Academy. Shout out.
USA. No, we learned a lot. And one of the things that they talked about a lot in this was, fostering an environment where people feel comfortable to learn. And, at its core, a coach is a teacher.
Sure.
And I think that's what a lot of coaches forget is what, if let's say math is your hardest subject.
Yeah.
Right. Or whatever your hardest subject was in school. And you think back of all the great teachers you have, maybe you had 2 or 3 great teachers during your high school career, or even your favorite teacher that comes to your mind. Like, did that teacher ask you, what's 12 times 30 divided by 6?
Yeah.
And then just get in your face and scream and yell at you until you do or don't get the answer, and then you shout the answer out wrong, and then make you go run around the classroom. It's like, and I know I'm comparing sports to that, but it's like, you're not going to feel comfortable in that environment. and maybe you get the wrong answer, and it's, hey, how did you get that? Let's figure out where you got there, and let's get the right answer together, right?
For sure.
And so that's one thing that I've always took with me with coaching is, hey, you're teaching something to these people.
Yep.
So you have to give them, the opportunity to fail, to not do it correctly.
Sure.
And that's the opportunity to correct and, keep going.
Yeah, for sure. Because like it is leadership, but it's more than that, right? Because like in a boss in a company, CEO is not a teacher, right? That's not his job at all. Like there's no part of his job that's like teaching you how to do your job kind of thing, right? Like he's just leading, directing, like guiding the ship. Or like a lot of bosses is the same way, right? It's just like, it's more of a delegation. It's not really a teaching aspect. Where coaching, there is definitely leading. You're definitely steering the ship, guiding everybody to success. But that teaching aspect is extremely important.
Yeah.
Especially at younger ages, right? If you haven't coached younger age groups of any sport, you should.
Yeah.
Just to get the experience.
I think I'd take this a step further. I think if anybody within their company, wants to go into a leadership position, I think because you take all these leadership classes and all this stuff within companies, every big company has them.
Yeah.
I think they should go a step further and say, hey, for the next 8 weeks, your leadership course is going to be, you're going to the YMCA and you're going to teach 6-year-olds to play basketball or soccer,
whatever,
or any sport. And then, hey, you got it. And then, you hear the people, well, I don't know this sport, blah, blah, blah. Like, you learn it and then you teach it to them.
Yeah.
You figure out how to motivate them. You figure out how to keep them engaged.
Sure.
Everything that you're going to teach and do with these kids on the field or court, you're going to be doing in your workspace with grownups, except you're going to take back with you, hey, this guy's 27.
Yeah.
He's not 7.
Yeah.
But the same things that I'm doing on this field or court apply to this guy. How do I keep him engaged? How do I keep him motivated? How do I get him to execute?
Yeah.
And how do I make this person successful?
Sure.
Like that is your job. And I think if that should be courses that people should take versus all these ridiculous things that people make us take and we just click do the multiple choices and all this other stuff.
Yeah. When you teach young kids anything, you realize how much you take for granted. So going back to in the world of coaching, when you might have played basketball your entire life, you have 20 years of basketball experience or more, 20, 30 years of playing the game, right? Maybe even coaching older people. You get down to a younger age, you realize how you have to break it down to the most basic principles, right? And you can't take anything for granted because they don't know anything, right? Like even down to if the ball bounces on that line, it's out of bounds and it's the other team's ball.
Yeah.
Like what is a travel? It's like, all right, getting triple threat. What does that mean? Pivot, rebound, box out. Like you say these words, the box out. Kids are like, what?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like you take these things for granted because it becomes so second nature because you've done it so long. And if you coach older kids, somebody else probably did that work for you. They did that dirty work of like explaining the absolute basics of the game, and you can just do the more advanced strategy and honing the skills.
Mm-hmm. No, I think you're absolutely right. I think people do take for granted when they get a finished product, and I think that's part of it too. Is you haven't gone through the struggles and the hard times with these kids where you're teaching them the very fundamental, the basics, and breaking down things to a minute level, that you haven't developed that repetition of just being patient or framing the game in a mindset that's just these small tiny building blocks to where it's, hey, I get the finished product where you understand the game, the game, you've been introduced to all these things. Now we can go high level with the schemes and all these things.
Yes.
And I can, but I'm going to get on to you. And I think part of it too is the competition and what's being like asked and demanded of kids now has been ramped up to where, they're working so much harder and doing so much more training and things like that than me or you ever did as a kid.
Yeah.
That the expectation for where we were like 13 or 14, where it's like, all right, you've played enough now.
Yeah.
You should be expected to do the very basic stuff like every single time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like gone back like 4 years, like where it's like, hey, like 9 or 10, you should be expected this. Like you don't get the leniency of mistakes because, we've trained and we've done all this stuff more. It's just like kids are, I don't know, growing up faster in essence in sports because the demand and the pressure I feel like is put higher on them.
Yeah.
And not to get into parenting or nothing like that, but to furthering your point, I think more people need to coach youth to give them that patience, to give them that understanding, and to give them, like, they talk about in our clinic, that the why.
Yes.
Always going back to the why.
The why.
Otherwise, what are we doing here? That teaching aspect.
Yeah. And that's not the YMCA. That's like, why are we doing this? Right. So like, we're doing this drill because of this, right?
Yeah.
We want to do a layup this way because this is why.
Yeah.
Right. Like, not just do it because I said so. Right. To me, it's always helped me learn things and remember things and understand things more if I understand not just the what, but the why behind it. It makes it much more sticky in my mind. Yeah. So then what is new school?
So I think new school, and from my vantage point, is just one, you have to work harder, but it's developing those interpersonal skills and developing relationships more so with players than just viewing somebody, as a asset, as a machine or something in essence, or a name on a roster or whatever. It's getting to know that person, understand what drives them, what motivates them. Working together to get to solutions and executing whatever it is. And I think, I think we've talked about this before, but to me, the old school way of coaching, fear, intimidation, screaming, yelling, demeaning, belittling, all of these things, I think that's just lazy.
Yes.
Right? Because it's the easiest form. Here's somebody who has ultimate power. Here's a kid who's wanting to play this sport. They want to be here. Maybe they do or don't, but their parents are making them there. Either way, they're there, no matter what. And here's this person with that has the power that can wield it in a positive light for their life or in a negative aspect. Yeah. But it's, hey, you have everything I'm saying you need to do, or else, Yeah. And it's like, you're not taking the time to understand, okay, why is this kid not performing why is he good at this and not good at this?
Yeah. A lot of things like people will say about like players now, they're just soft.
Yes.
Right. Oh, kids today are just soft and all that kind of thing. So, because you have to change your strategy and how to coach kids from nowadays, essentially.
Yeah, here's a good definition of both, or a good depiction of both. So, old school traits, we kind of discuss these: yelling, cussing, fear, intimidation, my way or the highway, authoritarian.
Sure.
New school, relational, supportive, motivational, still discipline, but rooted in respect, autonomy, and accountability. Right. So you holding expectations and setting standards, and then just keeping them there. Right.
Yeah.
And again, I think they do the same thing in old school. Right. Here's the expectations. Here's this and that. And I think in new school, that is something you can take from the old school is you set the expectations and the standards
100%,
but you don't deviate.
Absolutely.
Right. It's
Agreed.
From day one.
Agreed.
We do this.
This
and
happens.
If it doesn't happen, this happens.
Yes.
Right. So that is something that I think you can take from new school. But old school would be do it because I said so. New school would be let's figure out how you can do it better.
Sure.
Right. So it's just that relationship building, and again, talked about it in our clinic. Developing a relationship built on respect.
Yeah.
Right. That I'm gonna say, hey, Dave, you can do better than that. I know you can do better than that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take that and know that, okay, well, he wants me to do better, and I know that he's saying that from a place where he cares about me, not just like, hey, you piece of crap.
Yeah.
What, So I think those are some of the differences. But what would you say to people talking about the new school, like, oh, you're too soft and this and that? You kind of spoke to it earlier. I mean, what would your rebuttal be to something like that?
So, I mean, again, like you have to hold your players accountable, right? That is 100% without a doubt that you have to hold your players accountable. But you also have to like care about them as a human being.
Yes.
Right. And that you're gonna get the most out of them if you do both those things. Right. You can't just, obviously, if you don't hold them accountable, you let them get away with things, get away with things, this and that, they're not going to reach their full potential.
Yes.
Right. Because they're not going to develop that discipline, that toughness that they're going to need to succeed in a lot of sports. But I never understood cussing at players. Never understood like losing your mind, screaming and yelling. Right.
I think cussing at any level is just a bad look.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I also think, again, it's because they're children. You feel more comfortable that like, oh, they're a kid, so I can disrespect them essentially. Yeah. Right. Like, and you get away with it. So which I've always, again, we talked about that in other podcasts, but I think that's just nonsense in general. But right, don't be their last coach of whatever sport it is. Mm-hmm. Right. Most time people stop playing because like they don't quit jobs, they quit managers, kind of thing. Same idea, right? Yeah. They don't stop playing sport because of the sport. It could be because of a coach. And some people could say it's the coach when it's actually not. That's obviously possible. But in a lot of situations that's definitely the case where there's, the coach said, for me in football, that's how I stopped playing football, was bad coaching, bad coaches. Yeah. Didn't want to go out, didn't like just disrespect, demeaning, put you down all the time. Yeah. No, not motivating. I think some coaches are trying to motivate you this way, but it just comes off as just being a jerk. It's just putting them down, right? They don't care about you as a person. They like, I want you to perform. Like, you're just a machine. I'm gonna push button. I want to push button. I want results. If I don't get the results, then there's a problem. Yeah. Like, right? I mean, like, that's it. There's nothing else going on here.
Yeah, and I have a statistic for that too. So there's studies show that 70 to 80% of kids who quit sports before the age of 15 often cite one of the major reasons is negative coaching or bad experiences from coaching.
Sure.
Like I think I've told you before, it always stuck with me. One of the coaches at our youth levels here where we live, that you just said too, was, allow these kids the opportunity. If you love the sport, show them that love. Yeah. Like, show them why you love the sport and allow them to also fall in love with it. And don't be the reason that they leave the sport. So it shouldn't be, you shouldn't be any of the reasons that they walk away from it. It should be all on them. Whether, okay, maybe I'm not good at this, or maybe I found something else, another passion. It shouldn't be because this person's screaming and yelling at me the whole time, exactly. And humiliating me.
Yeah, for sure.
So
it's just one of those things that, like, in the kids, people say the kids today are softer. I don't know if that's true or not, but they are better at the sport than you. Guarantee it. Like, the kids today are bigger, faster, stronger than we were. Like, obviously, like, when they get to our age, when we were at our peak, they're going to be bigger, faster, stronger than us. Their players today are more skilled than us, than we were. Like, again, like, same age. Why? Yeah. Because they're playing competitive sports younger. They're training, all these other things that we didn't have. So, the athletes that we see today are crazy. The skill levels that we see are insane, right? Off the charts. And just because now you have to treat them with respect instead of you're upset because you have to respect your players now is ridiculous to me. It's like, oh, I got to respect my players. I can't just scream and yell and cuss at them when they make a mistake. Yeah. That means they're soft. No, that means I suck at coaching. If I can't coach without that, I'm terrible at coaching. Yes. It's not the player's fault that you can't figure out a way to motivate, to engage, to lead people, human beings, without yelling, screaming, and cussing. That's not their fault. That's not them being soft. It's you being a terrible coach. Yeah. Yeah. You have one tool in your bag and it's a hammer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the only thing you have. You have no other, universal tools to use in different situations. Yes. And again, that's bad coaching. That's a bad
just leadership tactics in general.
Absolutely.
And again, it's just lazy.
For sure.
And parents fall on this too.
Yeah.
They do the same things. I run out of ideas, or I'm just angry. I'm letting my emotions guide me in this moment.
For sure.
But you have to be better than that.
Yeah.
And you've seen there's people that have a calling for this stuff. And it's not just setting a practice plan and doing some of these other things, which some people enjoy and get lost in, and that's their favorite part.
Yeah.
And then forget I have human beings that have to do these things. Yeah. And it's going to get frustrating, and I'm going to try stuff, and I'm going to admit there's some stuff that's going to fail, and you have to be self-reflectant enough to be like, did I try to do something too complicated here? And I was the reason why this failed, or was it them not paying attention or whatever, right? Yeah. You have to go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely.
And even okay, maybe they weren't paying attention to stuff, but were they engaged?
Yep.
Did whatever you were doing engage them?
Yep.
No. Okay. Then we got to find something else. We got to add an aspect to it.
Exactly.
We got to keep things moving.
For sure. I love the hammer analogy, because if you all you have is a hammer, the only players who are successful are nails, right? The only ones, if they're a nail, then great, bang, perfect.
Yeah.
Bang, perfect. Well, here's a player who's a screw. What happens if you try to hammer a screw? It doesn't work very well, right? It doesn't work very well. You have to shave it. You have to shave it down, or the stored air is going to get bent or broken.
It's going to get bent, broken.
Yeah, it's not going to work. You have to have a different tool to deal with that screw.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to have a different tool in your toolbox, right? In old school, it's trying to make everybody a nail. That's what it is, right? If you're not a nail, you're gonna become a nail.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to play.
Yeah.
New school is like, I understand that there's some people who are nails. Some people respond really well to that, really strict, more in your face, hard discipline. Some people respond to that. That's true. I've seen statistics on it, but not everybody.
Yeah.
Right. So those players, they might need the hammer. These players, they might need the screw. This player, they might need the screwdriver. This person might need the saw, whatever. Right. They all have a different challenge, and a good coach is going to rise to the challenge and try to give each player what they need to make it to a cohesive unit. Not going to try to have to force them to, obviously you still have your philosophy, your system.
Yeah.
Right. There's still, again, there's not completely abandoning the old school. I don't want to say that we're completely abandoning that. There's a lot of good things from the past, but I think there's a lot of things we've learned and grown and evolved in the coaching discipline.
I think
as well.
when you talk about new school or coaches that kind of have the mindset, the things the disciplinary actions and just the tactics that we're talking about, I'll tell you one that comes as an example for me, and then maybe you have some too. But I think the biggest one I think of is Steve Kerr in the NBA. I think. He's a player's coach, watching, Court of Gold.
Yeah.
This guy's he's coaching the best players in the world.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
How do you manage talents like that? How do you manage every single person on that court is their own economy?
Superstar. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
they have their own economy. They have their own teams. They have their own things. How do you bring these people together? And I'm a basketball guy, so I can throw basketball people out there. But Coach K, Coach K is another one.
Both USA basketball.
Yes. Guys. The predecessor did too. But I just think of that because what would that look like if Steve Kerr walked into that locker room with USA basketball, the best players in the entire world,
for sure, people
that make 100 times more money than him, and more famous than him,
for sure,
who you could say they don't need him, when they say that they do, because anybody who wants to get better will continually want to be coached and seek that out, right? But if he walked in there and was just screaming, yelling, cussing, breaking stuff, going full Bobby Knight on these guys,
no way.
Yeah, they'd say, sorry, next.
No way.
Get him out of here. He'd be done, right? You've seen mutinies in professional sports. Of the star player and the coach didn't get along. How many times does the coach leave and the star player stays there, right? Because
all the time.
Talent is a source.
Who's selling tickets? You know what I mean? Not the coach.
The star player may get 4 or 5 seasons, and if they're on the downward trajectory,
sure,
then that situation changes a little bit. But when you have a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, and then they have a dispute with their coaches, which most of them are great leaders in themselves. Yeah, but the coaches don't win in that situation,
most of the
so
time.
they have to learn how to manage that, and that's high level mastery stuff.
For sure,
right. So you go back down to our levels and stuff, and again, it's just about the people. How do you drive the people? How do you make them feel important? How do you make them feel valued? That's another big thing. How do you make people feel valued
for sure
on a team? How do you, a kid who's 6th or 7th on the bench, right? His talent level isn't close to the other 3 or 4 top guys on a team. How do you make that kid feel valued?
The thing about it is like, well, but see, they have to though. Like they are good at it. Like those top guys who deal with professionals are good at that respect piece because they absolutely have to be. Yeah. There's no choice not to be.
Yeah.
If they don't show their players respect, they're not going to have a job. Now, when you get to younger levels, like middle school, high school, right? At your practices, there's no parents there. There's no parents of these kids. There's no parents. So like, and they're much younger than you. So there's that built-in natural authority that you have. You don't have to show them respect, frankly. And a lot of coaches don't. They choose not to because they don't have to. Yeah. Right? I can just be domineering. I don't care. Like my way or the highway. I don't listen to. I don't care. Like if you're not doing exactly what I said every single time, you're soft, right? It's your fault. You're the problem.
Yeah.
And so like again, but I get my soapbox when it comes to children all the time. Exactly the same situation where we don't respect kids in the way we should. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the best coaches at the top level are great at this.
Yeah.
But why can't we take what they do and apply it to what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with the schemes. Like they can't dunk, they can't throw lobs. So we got to simplify our offensive schemes, for their level. Why can't we like take the respect that they show and like apply it to our level as well?
Yeah, and I think it's because you talked about like if you coach for a living, you have to adapt to whatever modern day life and whatever modern kids are like.
Sure.
For you to be able to be successful, because you're going to have to win games to stay in that job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the people who do it for a living, who get, I say for a living, but get paid, right? If you're doing it at middle school or high school level, the rest of us are doing summer coaching or younger kids, elementary school age kids and stuff like that. Some of those people, like the rest of us are working other jobs and stuff like that. So may not have that network or be exposed to other coaching or modern developments or have that network in essence, or mentorship of, hey, I'm around all these other coaches and I'm at these other things all the time and I'm learning and I'm adapting and I'm taking trainings and I'm doing all this stuff that the school is setting or whoever else.
Yeah.
The rest of us are like, all right, well, I got my coaching chops from my dad or my youth coach, and we won a whole bunch of games, when I was a kid, and we did this exact same thing, so I'm going to do this exact same thing. Or the whole entire league, this is how we've gone to these MAYB tournaments or AAU type tournaments and see people getting on, 7-8-year-old kids and just belittling them.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of times that's the only way that they know, because that's all they've been taught. That's all they've seen.
Sure.
That's all their core, their circle.
Yeah.
If they are having around other coaches.
Yeah.
That's all the way they do it.
For sure.
Right. And so I think it's just that exposure and there are great things about internet, social media, things like that. If you do want to learn and grow.
Yeah.
And you're seeking that out, you can find it easily.
Absolutely.
Like we went to a deal this weekend and I found a lot of inspiration and motivation from these people that are doing it at a high level and doing it with older age high school to college age kids.
Yep. For sure. For sure, man. Well, nice. I think we solved it.
Yeah. Another issue solved. We're done.
Issue solved. Yep.
We're done here. I did want to tease though. We were talking about it with the coaching aspect, and we want to be done with this because it's always a continued conversation, one that I enjoy, and hopefully others do too. But when Colin gets back from coaching,
exactly,
we're gonna do a top 5 fictional coaches of all time.
Nice, that'd be a good one.
Yes,
that'd be a good one.
So go ahead and start thinking about that, audience. Because who your favorite coaches are,
the fictional ones.
Yes, and we may touch on some of them.
Absolutely,
because it could be a lot of different things. Maybe not just off the top of your head that were the first ones. It could be very different.
Some sneaky ones, Matt. You always come up with those.
I try to. All right, Dave, what do you got for me here?
So it's that time for part 2 of Who's Better At. Now you're on the hot seat, Matt. I got the same questions you asked me.
Oh, it's not hot.
The same questions that you asked.
It's room temperature because I'm ready. I'm trained. I'm well versed.
The same questions you asked me last week, and you asked my wife. We've asked your wife this week. Let's see if you agree with Mrs. Hayner.
I saw her typing these up, man.
Yeah?
It looked like a long.
Was she angry?
Yeah, typing like my mom and dad on the phone.
There you go. Okay, so we asked.
I think you got like 70%. I think that was your score, right? So I got to beat that.
I feel like the Family Feud is like, we asked 100 people. It's like we asked one married woman the questions.
One woman married to you.
All right, Matt. Who is a better cook?
I mean, that's hands down her.
Nice. She says me, because I consider it a hobby, but he is getting really good too.
I was gonna say I've learned over the years from her. I've taught a lot, and I've been YouTube helps out a lot. Sure. I dabble. I can dabble. I wouldn't say we would have an entire group of people over and be hitting the starters, the main entree, and the baked goods. But
yes, she can bake. Also, she always bring over cakes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
so that's always
that's her forte, man.
Nice,
excellent.
Number 2. Remembering important dates. So birthdays and anniversaries, not like the schedule. Like
we could shorten this and I could just say all these answers are her. She's better at everything.
Well, we'll see you next time.
All right, guys.
Thanks for
Doggy Dog, episode 7. Coming soon. Wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, that'd be the safe way. That'd be the safe answer.
Yeah. Yes. No, her for sure. She even reminds me when my own parents' like birthdays are and stuff, so I can say happy birthday. Yeah, I'm not great at those. I remember the most important ones, which is hers.
There you go.
My kids and our own anniversary. Outside of that, that's her.
She says, Matt can remember our anniversary and our kid's birthday.
Yes.
But I have to remind him every year of his parents and others.
Look at this,
dude. It's so cute. It's adorable. I love it. Saying I'm sorry first was number 3.
Oh, yeah, we both had to get better at this. I'm gonna say she's better because I'm pretty stubborn.
Okay.
But she can be stubborn too.
Yeah.
But I'd say I'm more stubborn than her.
Okay. She agrees. She says me. She says upside down smiley face. And then me, the word me.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure upside down smiley face emoji means.
Like it's obvious. I don't know.
It's not like it's a frowny face, right? It's like a smiley face, but it's just the whole thing is flipped.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Do you have you have a younger daughter? Maybe we could ask her. What is it? Can you translate?
She's not texting too much.
Okay.
Not yet. Number 4, picking a good restaurant.
This is me. Because she goes to like 3 or 4 places and that's it. And I'm the only one who ever wants to branch out and try new stuff.
Yeah. This is just adorable. I love it. She says, haha, he will say him because I know what I like. And since we don't get to go out often, I always want to go to our favorite spot.
Yes.
But he gets me to try new things.
Yes.
That's exactly what you said. Oh
try
my
new
God.
Stuff.
He's on fire. In fuego. Number 5, planning trips or events.
Yeah, that's her for sure.
I mean,
I don't even know. One. Yeah, like I can do it if I need to.
Yeah,
but that's just I mean,
this. You planned this trip.
Hey, we planned it, man.
Yeah, it's you and I though. It makes it. It's not the whole kids, and that's not everything else.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like, where do you want to eat? Burger King's right there. Sweet.
Let's do it. Yeah,
problem solved.
She says me. He normally has no idea what we're doing, but is always along for the ride and grateful for the experience.
Yep, I'm there, dude. I'm there to lift heavy stuff. Yell at people when I need to yell at people.
Yes.
And then that's it.
There you go. When
I show up, I'm just as surprised as the kids. Wow, look at this place. This is nice.
This is nice. Look at this Airbnb.
This looks expensive. Who paid
How about giving gifts?
Giving gifts is her, again, for sure. She's very good at that. I can be if I put my mind to it, but yeah, I'm just not a natural good gift giver.
She says it's you.
Me?
Yes, she gives you the credit.
Way.
She says probably him. He's always creative with this. But there's a story here that I want to hear about. She says, but except for my wedding gift, eye roll emoji. So what is that? What's the story behind that?
So you give gifts before you walk the aisle or whatever.
Is that a thing? I don't think we did that. I didn't do it.
I don't know. I guess they said it was a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, you're supposed to exchange like a small gift.
Okay. Did we do that?
Before
our wedding sucked.
Before, dang, I'll have to hear about this.
Our wedding. The only good thing about my wedding was that we got married. Other than that, like, the wedding itself was not good.
We had some things happen at ours that weren't the greatest. That we can talk about one day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
But no. So when we were dating, I had this Speedo that I would break out, and she hated it. Yeah. So that made me love it even more, right?
Yeah.
So like randomly we'd go to like a pool or something together, and I'd have that on, and I'd break it out, dude. And she would just go as far away from me as possible.
Dude.
So I took that same Speedo, and she got me like a watch or something.
Yeah, so like nice.
Like a nice watch.
Yeah.
So I took that same Speedo and I got like the iron-on letters.
Yeah.
And on the front of it, I put "taken" because I was gonna like take, and I put on there like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring this to our honeymoon because we went to a beach in the Bahamas."
Yeah.
And I said, "Don't worry, though. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows I'm off the market." And so I put "taken" on the front, and then on the back, on the cheeks, I put "damn." Yeah.
Oh, that is classic Matt, dude. That's a classic Matt.
I still got it, man.
God.
I still got it.
That is hilarious.
She's actually tried to throw that away like 4 or 5 times.
That's so funny.
And I've gotten out of the trash. I'm like, no, you can't get
Dang.
rid of this.
Hey, if we hit 10,000 subs, you gotta pop that baby out.
10,000? It's coming out.
10,000.
It's coming out. Hopefully I got enough time to get in pretty good shape. Yeah, I gotta get into 7% body fat.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right. Number 7, handling money responsibly. Who's better?
I'm going to say this would be me. There's a caveat here.
Okay.
So she is she handles the bills and manages the funds. So she's good at that. That's always her role she's taken on. But yeah, being responsible, I'm pretty cheap. So I get anxiety spending money and stuff like little stuff.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that would be me.
Okay. She says, agreed. She says, haha, him. Used to be me before kids.
Yes. It was. Yeah, it was. And then it shifted. Yeah.
And then it shifted. Okay, cool. Falls asleep first.
It could be both. I'm going to say me.
Yep.
Yes.
But she says you both struggle with it. So I think you're exactly right. Best memory.
That's me for sure.
Yeah, she says him for sure. Mine is terrible. Nice.
Yeah.
Best driver.
She's going to say her, and she's going to say that I speed too much, and we got about equal amount of tickets. But yeah, it's going to be, she's going to say her.
She says definitely me.
Yeah.
He daydreams and will stay at the green light for 30 seconds before he realizes he can go. Facepalm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be daydreaming, looking around, and doing all kinds of stuff when I'm driving.
Keeping secrets.
She's gonna say her. Yeah, she's gonna say she's scared to tell me sometimes because I'm in the wrong place and time.
She says, ha ha ha, not him. Me on this one too. Number 12. Who is a better student in school?
I'm gonna say her. Yeah, it's her.
Him, she says.
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
He has his master's and can accomplish anything he sets his mind to.
Okay, she knew people were listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if I was thinking maybe like high school, I was never a good student.
Yeah.
I just knew I got to do this.
Yeah, it's gonna get done.
Yeah, but I'd say she probably got way better grades than me in high school.
Maybe.
So,
but you went to UT 259.
That's right.
She went to Carroll.
That's right.
Did you know at Carroll that their grading scale was different? I've never heard any other school do this.
Yeah.
A was at 93 or 94%.
Yeah.
Was an A.
Yeah.
So a 93%, it was like, I don't know, let's just say it was 94.
Yeah.
93% is a B.
Yeah.
Right? So like, I've never seen any other school
do that. And they boiled
it
down. It was like I don't know, whatever the math goes down to, but it was like somewhere in like the low 70s was like an F.
Yes. Yes. Cause that applied,
as that layered down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, like she told me that and I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't have graduated high school, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not really a fair comparison because their school was just objectively harder.
Yeah.
Like objectively. Like there's no, like it's a harder grading scale.
Yeah. When she came out of school, like we both were taking like classes at Butler and stuff. Mm-hmm. She was like, this is so easy.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Versus me, I was just like, oh, this is like kind of the same. It's not crazy hard, but yeah, she's just like, this is nothing.
Exactly. Fixing things around the house.
That's me. However, she has gotten pretty good with some stuff, man. She can start dabbling with stuff. I've been impressed with.
Nice.
She replaced our toilet lid the other day.
So
she's done a few things. So I'm like, hey, look at you.
There you go. She says you, but it takes them 6 months.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, depends on what it is.
It didn't take me 6. The garage door broke on my way here tonight to the Lazy Dog Studios.
Yeah,
and I fixed it in that moment.
That's true. That's some of those things are like,
I can't wait 6 months.
Yeah.
There's like the floating shelf or something in the bathroom. Yeah,
sure.
We can wait on that one.
Dude, this man is like she's underselling it because he is great at fixing things, and he's a freaking MacGyver. Like he like will just like jerry rig something up, like just. It's just like, wow, what is this? It's like, oh, this is a remote tied to like a weight, so I don't lose it or something crazy.
Yeah. I can redneck some stuff, man. I can redneck some stuff.
Best singer.
That's gonna be her for sure. Mm-hmm. I try my best, but yeah,
that's hilarious because she says, "Ha ha ha, me," but he sure tries.
I do. I try, man.
Great.
I want to be good.
That's great. Love it. Love that. Flirting.
Oh man, she's gonna say her, and she's gonna say I'm terrible at it, and she's gonna say his idea of flirting is like pushing, like doing stuff. Yeah, I have no idea how to flirt. That's what she's gonna say.
Okay. She says, haha, this could be either of us depending on the day.
Okay.
She's being nice here?
She must be nice.
She's being nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Texting back quickly.
Ooh. I could go either way. She's gonna say she does.
Okay.
That's it.
That all that she says one word and it's me.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. So there's no explanation. It was just me.
I could argue with that. Yeah. I could argue with that, but
who's the loudest?
Me for sure.
She says him, no question.
Yeah. About everything I'm doing. I'm loud.
Picking good TV shows.
That's me for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Says him.
I'm always seeking out stuff.
That's true.
I like watching TV and stuff when we can, or movies and stuff. So I'm always like looking for stuff that I think that shoot, and I'll cover all the stuff. Like I'll cover I'll say all. I'm not into like hospital shows and any of that jargon.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
House,
like dramas or like reality.
Grey's Anatomy.
Reality can get out of here. Hospital shows can get out of here. Anything else? Dramas, true crimes.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, man.
Okay.
Even romantic stuff, I'll get down. I'll watch
Bridgerton?
chick flicks. She watched that. I didn't.
Outlander?
Not that either. Nope.
My wife likes those.
What about
Virgin River?
Virgin River. Yeah. Great. It's great.
Okay.
Sullivan's Crossing.
So there you go. Who is funnier?
Me. Come on. It's not even close. But I will say it's me for sure. She's gonna say me. But that is one of the things that I was first drawn to her about was her sense of humor, because my sense of humor is like my first language.
Your love language.
It is.
Talked about last week.
It is. So finding somebody that I could laugh with and that made me laugh.
Sure.
That was something I've always been drawn to her about, was her sense of humor.
Absolutely. She says him. That's one of my favorite things about him. But I give him a good belly laugh on occasions.
Yeah. That's my favorite, man. Making her guttural laugh.
That's funny.
Is when I know.
What's funny about you and Colin is that your wives will laugh like LOL out loud at the other person all the time.
Yeah.
But then like when you like, it's so funny because like Colin will make a joke and Ashley, Matt's wife, would be like busting out laughing.
Yeah.
But Colin's wife, Teresa, the war sheep, big sleeper, will be like, Colin, and like pump him or like roll her eyes. And then it's exactly the opposite. When Matt makes a joke, Teresa's dying, and Ashley's like, oh my God, here he goes again. Are you kidding me? Like, so I find that's funny.
I know. She just doesn't appreciate the humor because she's surrounded by it so much. The genius of
that's what it is.
Of my humor. Yeah.
That's what it is. Exactly what it is. Being romantic.
That one's tough. I would honestly say that she is better. I have it in me to do it. I don't pull it out as much as I should and do it. I think, okay, she's going to say me, but in reality, I think it's her.
So she says me. So she says that she is more romantic.
Damn it.
Yeah. She didn't give an explanation.
But
so
see,
she says,
okay, well, go ahead.
she didn't, no explanation, just me.
Okay. I thought this was one that she's going to give me, even though it should be her. Okay. I get half credit?
No.
0.5 percentage?
No, you don't. But also, when I was answering the questions, I was just answering it truthfully. Like the first half, I was just answering it truthfully. In the second half, I started playing the game.
Man.
The new
you got to play
game.
it from the jump, man. You got to play it from the jump.
Okay. Who would be better at surviving a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, man. Me, for sure. But I think, yeah.
She says me.
No, she does not.
She does.
Stop.
She does.
No, she wouldn't.
Ashley Hayner
No.
says she would be better at surviving.
No. She would,
a zombie apocalypse. She says, that's what she says. She says, me. Only because I would make him go search things first, and then I would be right after him.
So I got to do all the dirty work first. Hey, that is one thing that did suck. Like once you're like a man and you have your own house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be the first one on the front lines when stuff goes down in the house. And it sucks. It's like when you're growing up and it's like your dad or something, something weird happens. You're like, your dad has to go out in his tidy whities. You're like, oh man, go look at it, Dad. Hopefully it's okay. And then there's that turning point when it's you in your house and you're like, oh man, I got to walk out there to that noise in the garage in my underwear at night. Like this sucks.
Sure. We all feel that, but you don't say that.
No.
Right? Like but something goes bumping in the night. You're just like, all right,
you just do it.
Do it. But you're like,
do it.
Holy crap.
But you're also like, this is the time when it sucks to be the man. Right?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Because have you seen the first Terminator? That guy gets killed really quick because his girlfriend's like, go see what that is. Arnold Schwarzenegger's just bam, dead.
Blew him up. Yeah, dude. Like, zombie apocalypse was out there like freaking rad roaches.
I love her
Fallout.
I love her response though, because that's 100% sure. Because it'd be like, hey, I'm gonna stay here and hold it down. You need to go get out and get supplies.
Yeah.
It's like I'm continually, and I would do it too because I'm like, I'm not gonna send my wife out there.
Yep,
that's crazy talk.
That's crazy talk. Number 22. Who's better at keeping calm during stressful situations?
Oh, her for sure. Yeah, she's way more patient and calm in the storm than I am.
She agrees. She says me. Which I think you're pretty calm. So I guess
not always.
Gotcha.
Not
Behind
always.
closed doors.
There's a different side of me at home when
that makes sense.
When things are heightened.
That's fair.
And there's a lot going on.
Relaxing and doing nothing.
Her.
Yes.
I'm
she
bad.
says me. She says me. He always has something. He always has to be doing something.
Yeah. ...
It's quite annoying. LOL.
She gets so mad. I have like this clock in my head.
Yeah.
Like if it's like time, if it's like a weeknight and it's like time to go to bed, it's like I can lay in the bed and relax because I'm like, okay, the next step is go to sleep.
Sure.
If it's the weekend and it's like, hey, we got the next 10 hours to do nothing.
Yeah.
I can't sit and do nothing for 10 hours.
Really?
I just can't. Like I wish I could, but it's like, all right, I can do it for like maybe an hour or so. But then I'm just in my head, I'm like, I got to be doing this. I got to be doing this. I'm wasting this time, this free time. I should be doing all these things that I'm putting off.
Okay.
Yeah, it just starts clicking, man.
Okay.
It's hard. And then me even saying that out loud makes me realize like I'm becoming my dad.
Oh.
That's my dad, dude, to a T.
Dude, pretty soon you're going to be getting a full-size Venus dog named Duke.
Yep.
Duchess. Your name Duchess to be a female. One named Duchess.
He's going to be biting animal control officers and everything.
Yes, he's going to be biting people. Number 24. There's two more. Number 24. Overall, most patience.
Ooh, her. Yeah, her.
Yep, she says that. She says
no explanation.
Yeah, she says me. He has none.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have none at home.
Okay.
I do better in the wild.
Yeah, out in the real world, in the public.
Masking. My patience is not great in the wild, but I do better at taming it.
Yeah.
But yeah, at home where I'm more comfortable, I'll let my frustrations get to me sometimes.
Okay, fair enough. Number 25, better at giving advice.
What's funny is I put this in there and I don't even know. I made the question.
Yeah.
Because I added this. You didn't get this one.
No, I didn't. I don't remember this
one.
But
I saw this one and I was like, hey, this is a good one. I think that we should add it. Which we can. I'll have you answer after me.
Okay.
Since this is a bonus.
Sure.
This one's tough because I feel like it's very situational.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it about? But I would say I would say for sure her. This in general, she's a good person to go to and talk to about. She's got a lot of experience with different things and talks me through a lot of different things or what I'm missing or not seeing when it comes to like difficult situations.
Nice.
Stuff. So
nice.
That's her.
She says, depends on what it is. I really think we balance each other out nicely with this. So I think she agrees. But then she caveats at the end. But in general, though, probably me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exact my mindset right there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What about you? So you want to answer this one?
Yeah.
Who's better?
I don't think I remember a couple of these. Doing a couple of these
I changed a couple.
Yeah. So like
to cater it more towards like us or just a better question in general.
For sure. So the last three I don't remember doing. So like relaxing and doing nothing.
That I had that one.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's for sure me. Overall patience. That's probably me as well. And then better at giving advice. Yeah, this is very situational, but Chelsea is a licensed professional counselor. So like for her job, right? You're not supposed to give too much. You're not supposed to give advice as like a counselor therapist, right?
Yeah, but you're trained in the art of like listening and going deep into layers behind what somebody's saying.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, I think you got to give her the nod on that one.
Yeah. I felt like in general, and again, it's very situational, but I would say overall, women are better at advice because most of the time, most of the situations you're going to advice involve some type of relationship that is going poorly. Because you're not going to somebody and being like, hey, you know what? Me and my boss at work are getting along great.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome. Like, we're clicking and, it's mainly you're going and talking like, so me and my dad got into it or this and that.
Sure.
Yeah. And if you have a good partner, I'd say if you have a good partner in general, they're going to tell you your blind spot.
True.
And they're going to call you out in a nice respectful way and say, hey, you missed this.
Yeah.
Or, hey, did you think that maybe that you were over the line with this?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
All right.
I think I got a better score than you.
Maybe you might have. I don't know. I was not keeping track.
I won.
You won a game that we weren't even competing.
Yeah. That you didn't even know about. That I forced you to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's funny.
I did tell you what the game was ahead of time. I just didn't tell you.
You didn't tell me that
your wife was answering questions for you.
Yes.
So.
But it was great. Turned out really well. But speaking of being in a relationship, I think we got to do some dadding tonight. Right? Got some texts and some other things going on.
Yeah, we got some things happening.
So we're going to cut this one a little bit short, but I think some good nuggets in there.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it, all the good stuff. Tell us your coaching advice. Do you think players are soft nowadays?
Or we're soft for saying that others are too hard in old school coaching?
Do you think that? Tell us in the comments below.
Yeah.
But until next time, I'm Dave and he's Matt, and we'll see you later.